Welcome back, everyone. It's Power Word Crit time. I'm Corin, your Dungeon Master, and with me are 4 lovely players. First up is...
Kayla, I'm playing Celestine.
I'm Ander, and I'm playing Wesley, the human sorcerer.
I am Ashlyn, and I am playing Izzy.
I'm David, and I am going to be playing Lord Usaka von Pride.
Yay, we're happy that David's back.
Woohoo!
Hooray!
Glad you're feeling better.
Mm-hmm.
He did not die.
It's true.
Whether in character or in real life.
Yep. So, let's just jump right in, shall we? Last time, our heroes took a much-needed rest.
Very much.
Mm-hmm.
Izzy asked if Governor Nighthill would send Kurt's body back to the Prazios in Elturel, to which the governor unhesitantly agreed. Izzy penned a note to the Prazios explaining what happened in Green Nest and that her quest to find Jaden continues. Celestine helped a young girl panicking about her friend, who somehow developed heat stroke out of the blue. The friend's name was Wesley, and during the initial attack on Green Nest, he had attempted to protect an ancient artifact that his family had protected for many generations, but unfortunately was struck down with a blow to the head. Wesley, at that point, teetering between life and death, experienced a strange onslaught of images of places and people, one of which was Kurt, who told him that a gold dragon asked him to deliver a message to Wesley before passing on. Kurt explained that Wesley needed to reclaim that artifact from the cult, and that he knew 3 people who could help him do that. A short while after Wesley's temperature returned to normal, everyone in the keep started to hear the sounds of drums off in the distance. It turned out to be a group of cultists and kobolds, accompanied by wyverns and a blue dragon-looking creature stopping short of the keep. At this point, this group looks to be about 100 feet away. There's a bunch of torches, and the group looks to be just offhandedly, you see about 50 cultists. Half of them seem to be in black robes, and half of them seem to be in gray robes. You see 20 kobolds, and they are flanking. They're starting to flank the blue dragon-looking person on his wyvern. And the 4 wyverns who had flown over the keep have now touched down behind them. So, the order that you guys can see is the half-dragon on his wyvern, and then the kobolds flanking, the wyverns behind them, and then some cultists behind them. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That being said, Usarker, where are you during this march?
Let me turn that back. Oh, great DM, where have I been?
So last episode, you were helping Governor Nighthill create small groups of, basically small armies to go out and hit different sections of the town to find people to bring back to the keep, find out who was able-bodied to go back out and basically clear out the town.
So search and rescue.
Pretty much, yes. You also received
Tactical
2...
support.
Huh?
Tactical support.
Yeah. He, along with the Castellan, Escobert, and you kind of worked together to try and create the search and rescue. You all noticed pretty quickly that after the initial group that you had seen leaving the town when you guys were at the sanctuary, that was a big group of people. By your estimate, that was probably about half the cultists, and during the time that the other 3 were in the keep, you guys were slowly trying to drive out the other half from the towns, the stragglers, basically. During this time, you also received 2 basic health potions, so if you want to take those, you can. They managed to scrounge them out.
How much time has passed since I was last in the campaign?
About 3 hours.
Would you mind if I roll for my second wind 3 times?
Sure.
8. 8. 8.
Wow.
Wow. Well, I'm
That's
healed.
impressive. Yep.
Do you need that health potion anymore?
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
after that.
So you do have 2 basic health potions in your pack. for
I
yourself.
give them back to Governor Nighthill or to a medic and say, I don't need these right now. Surely someone else can make use of them.
Okay, they take them back. So at this point, we are now convened the tiny group compared to the army that previously entered Greenest. This is kind of a tiny group. So they came from the southeast, and they are slowly kind of making their way around to the front of the keep. They don't really seem to be engaging, except for that half or that kind of pint-sized blue dragon-looking thing. He's just staring at the wall as they slowly move around. And Wesley, you were inside, correct? You were still inside. You hear a bunch of people.
Recovering.
Yeah. So when the wyverns flew over, you noticed that the room is suddenly packed. You're just packed in there.
Oh.
Because a bunch of people ran in there. Everyone tried to get their wounded in there. Anybody who legitimately can't fight tried to find cover.
I'm gonna grab someone and like, what's going on out there? Have they returned?
Some of them, they have wyverns. They have wyverns.
Oh no.
And Wesley, you would know what wyverns are.
Question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
As all these reports start coming in, I'm going to take a guarded look, having stepped up onto a parapet. And you keep mentioning this blue fellow. We are aware of what Dragonborn look like. Is that what this is?
So you need to make either an Arcana or a Nature check.
I got a 13 on that, and let me look real quick here. They're the same. 17.
This is not a Dragonborn.
Ah.
This is a half-dragon.
The larger, more brutish, and more native cousin.
So yeah,
very,
you
very
see
distant cousin.
Mm-hmm.
this person is sitting on top of this wyvern, just staring at everybody, kind of taking gauge. The guards up on the wall, I mean, they do have weapons drawn, ready just in case things go sour. You do notice, for those of you who are on top of the wall, this half-dragon is about 7 feet tall. His skin is covered in blue scales, and his hands, instead of hands, he's got claws. His muzzle and his eyes are very dragon-like. So this really looks like a miniature dragon that's can walk on 2 legs, basically.
I'm going to lean over to one of the guards. Any idea what they're here for, what they want? Perhaps they misplaced the keys to their grain silo or something?
I don't know. They just got here.
Right, but they just left, so I'm confused.
I
Well,
don't know. I
back
don't think
and forth
anybody
and
knows what this
back.
cult wants.
Well, I'm sure we'll
Legitimately.
hear from it shortly. Governor Nighthill should have fun with whatever this is.
Wesley, you were going to ask a question when you were inside.
Oh, I was just asking what was going on to people, and so I was just like, oh no, I think I'm feeling a little bit better now, and seem to have been told by destiny and such that I need to take a hand. I'm gonna see what I can do. Go outside and try and locate the other 3 members of my party of fate.
So you do see them, Usokar. I assume you're at the very top. You're on the parapet as well.
I am on a parapet, that is true. I'm probably not at the very, very top. I'm probably, around a crenellations area, wherever I have good cover. I understand wyverns are horrible flying monsters and don't want to be anywhere where I can't dive for cover.
Makes sense. So you see Celestine and Izzy up on one side of the parapet. You see Usarker kind of a little bit lower on the parapet, kind of near the stairs on the same side. And remember that the walls, like, you can get up one side and you can get up the other, but you can't go across because it's severely damaged. So
having not been actually physically introduced to Usarker yet, he's probably not going to go up to him yet. Because it's like, hi, I am now a member of yours.
We haven't met, but we're going to be best friends.
Makes
Right.
sense.
And so
I mean, you recognize him as one of this party.
Yeah.
However, yeah, you haven't had any
it's
interaction
like,
at this point.
I'm gonna leave that up to other more experienced folk in that, and I'm gonna go talk to said experienced folk and try and find out what's going on.
Okay.
Oh, something that I should have done way, way sooner is finding out what happened, like where his family's at. Did they make it in?
You
Oh,
do
no.
not.
I have family in this town. This is my town.
That is true.
If you had ventured out a little bit
Mhm.
into the common area, that opened area, you haven't seen any family yet.
Okay. I think there was probably some conversation between Wesley and Buttercup inside the thing. It was like, okay, have you heard anything from our family? Our families, are you okay? Is your family okay? I mean, you got me out of the shop, but like, did you get there with your parents? And
Erica did tell you that her parents did not make it.
oh, that's right. That's right.
However, she has not seen her sister.
Did not make it as in were stabbed by the cultists, or did not make it as in who knows?
She said that they just didn't make it.
Yeah.
She didn't really expound on that.
Okay.
But yeah, she has not seen her sister.
I think that Wesley probably is not going up to the other people, but is looking around trying to find like his younger brothers and his parents, looking
Okay.
around for the people who are still inside the courtyard.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
It's 15.
So you look around and you see a couple of people who look like your family, like a couple of your brothers, but they turn around and it's not them.
Indy, is that you? Nope, sorry. I'm sorry, Gerald.
What?
mean,
I am not your brother.
yeah, I know. You look kind of similar, though, sort of.
I won't fault you for that one, but you should probably get inside. I think there's wyverns.
Oh, yes. Go on ahead. I've got to go find them.
Okay.
But no, you unfortunately don't find any of your brothers or your parents.
Okay, that's just a thing.
So, Celestine,
Mm-hmm.
you're just watching them walk by. They're not attacking. They're not talking. It's kind of off-putting. They're moving really slow. What are you thinking? What are you doing?
So we're pretty sure that this is the champion. Is Governor Nighthill out here?
Governor Nighthill is having trouble getting up the stairs. He was limping
Oh,
last session.
You could render him assistance.
yeah, I might go help him with that because he's probably gonna need to get up here.
Oh, thank you. This has been one heck of a night.
Mm-hmm.
You just fireman carry him up.
No dignity and all that. He's the leader. Oh, I would also like to mention last session I had said that Celestine was going to cast Spare the Dying in order to preserve Kurt's body. After the session, I realized that I had actually meant Gentle Repose, and Celestine doesn't have that yet. The 2nd level spell.
Well, I guess we can forgive you for that mistake.
Okay. I'm so
I'm
glad.
sure there's a cleric somewhere in here who can cast Gentle Repose.
I
I'm
hope
sure.
so.
Gosh, if there's a cleric who can cast Gentle Repose, what are we doing all the fighting?
Mm-hmm.
That's their only spell that they can cast. The very
It
took them
It is a level
It was a
forever
very
spell.
gentle cleric. They like to repose, and that's about it.
It is
No,
a
it's
level
a-
1 spell, so
Is it?
yes.
I think it's 2.
Is it a 2nd level?
Mm-hmm.
I lied. It's a 2nd level
Yep,
spell.
it is a 2nd level spell because Celestine does not have it.
Oh, dear.
Yep.
Okay.
So apparently, the protection against raising zombies and stuff is worthy of a 2nd level spell. I already made mention of the fact that it's very important to have Gentle Repose and making sure burial rites 6 feet down, all because you don't want ghouls.
So, Celestine, as you're helping Governor Nighthill up, you pass by a couple guards and you see their eyes kind of flit down to the mark on your shoulder,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they look at you. They don't do anything, but they suddenly look really guarded.
I'm assuming not the shoulder with the Tempest
No,
symbol. Okay.
the other shoulder,
Okay.
the one with the skull-looking thing.
Okay. Well, Celestine's gonna curse the fact that she forgot to put the raggedy and torn and who knows where is that cloak. I guess cloak, habit, whatever she called it before.
Mm-hmm.
How many sessions has it been since she's actually had that thing?
It's been a bit.
9.
I'm pretty sure you stepped
I
out of the
think-
tavern and took it off.
I think she's lost it by now.
So episode 1.
There's like 1 or 2 where you're like, forget this, and you threw it off.
Okay, so nothing to be done about that now, so we're gonna get Governor Nighthill up the wall.
So you managed to get him up there. Izzy, what are you doing at this moment?
Are there any other
guards on the parapet with me who have bows and arrows out? Are they training
All
them?
of them. They are all training them on this group, but they're
Okay.
not firing
Right.
because at this moment, they're just walking
Right.
around.
No, they're just taking a defensive action,
Mhm.
essentially. I am going to see if I can get some more arrows because I haven't replenished my stock.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. And then,
Go ahead and just roll like a straight D20.
okay. $19.
You find 19 arrows.
Oh,
cool. But you also notice that if you take all 19, there's not going to be that many left for
I
anybody
will only
else.
take 10.
Okay.
I don't need that many.
Izzy, as you look down as well, you do see a lot of people grabbing any sort of weapons. So most of the people who cannot fight have been shepherded indoors at this point. But everybody else is, got spears ready at the gate in case they try to break the gate down.
Okay.
Or open
So
the gate.
I'm going to have my bow and arrow trained on this half-dragon creature humanoid thing person.
All right. So you guys just happen to watch Governor Nighthill and Celestine make it up there. And it's very tense. It takes about, I would say about a minute because they're moving really slow. Kind of like a guarded dog kind of a thing. Trying to suss out the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And they are heading towards the main portion of the keep, so where the gate actually is. They are staying, so the cultists and the wyverns are staying about 100 feet away, but the half-dragon moves up with his entourage of kobolds, and he moves to about 75 feet away.
Now, are they still flying in the air or are they on the ground?
They're on the ground, so they were
Okay.
just walking the whole time. There was no flying, there was no nothing. He raises his head, and he smiles,
I don't trust that smile.
Mm-hmm.
and he announces, "Defenders of Green Nest, this has been a successful night, and I'm feeling generous. Do you see these 25 pitiful prisoners?" And at that point, you guys are like,
I know, I'm like, are we talking about the kobolds?
and he gestures behind him, and you see that half the cultists are wearing black and half of them are wearing gray.
Oh no.
And you notice that the ones that are wearing gray have been, at this point, were walking kind of weird. And suddenly the ones in gray are shoved to the ground and their hoods are taken off. And you can see townsfolk. Wesley, if you, do you go up to the
I
top?
can't see.
Okay.
I'm on the bottom floor.
Okay. So
That
Wesley
would be a
can't
great
see.
reveal, but I'm not there.
So Wesley doesn't see any of this. However, as they're pulling off the hoods of these people, Usarker, you recognize one of the smaller ones. You recognize the smaller one as the kid who asked you if you were a vampire.
Ah,
And a few of the black hooded ones pull up about 8 of the smaller ones, which you assume at this point are definitely children, and tosses them on the ground. And the wyverns all put one claw on each one of them and are basically just holding these kids down.
Oh.
Do you see them? Do you see these 25 pitiful prisoners? We have no need for them, so I will trade them back to you. Send out your best warrior to fight me, and you can have these prisoners in exchange. At that moment, one of the black hooded figures opens up a scroll that you guys can see, and in about 6 seconds, they raise their hand up to the sky, and as they do that, a bright flash of light appears in the sky, kind of like a second sun. And they have cast a spell that illuminates light over the whole area. So it looks like it's daylight.
Because it's still like 3 in the morning right
It's still 3:30 in the
Yeah.
morning.
Shielding my eyes against the
Yeah,
sun.
all of you are like, ah, it burns!
This place is pretty small, like less than 50 feet across, if I recall, the entire keep. So everybody can see and hear and say anything, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna not say anything to him, but say, kind of shout down in general towards our own keep and say, "Gosh, sounds like he didn't get his jollies enough when they were busy murdering and killing and looting the town earlier. He wants to take advantage of the poor, the sick, and the weak who survive."
Nobody responds.
They don't have to.
Mhm.
I'm just
It
pointing
was
out the
said.
policy here. This guy's a sick person.
Yeah, Usarker, nobody responds, but you do notice that the person standing next to you, his face has gone completely white. And he
Uh-oh.
says, "That's my sister and and her kids.
Oh no.
What's your name, boy?
My name is Sergeant Marketh, and that's my sister and her children."
Well, Sergeant Marcus, at this point, the only difference between the cult and a rabid dog is that the rabid dog is at least nice to pet. Sometimes. While it's tearing your throat out. This cult has proven to be liars and thieves and deceivers of all type, and they have all the cards. If they wanted, they could storm in here and destroy us. Therefore, the only thing between us and pitiful annihilation is our sense of humor.
I'm sure he feels much better about the situation now.
Yes, I'm quite inspiring, I'm told.
Uh-huh.
I don't see it.
So the sergeant turns to you and he says, "You're off your rocker. You know that?" And
Yep.
he literally just walks away and he starts going down the stairs and he looks like he's starting to head towards the gate.
Oh crap, which gate?
The big gate.
Oh.
If he wants to challenge and this dragon person is willing to do it, then his life is going to be as good as any for a 25-to-1 exchange, I suppose.
How capable does the guard look?
So in
Not very.
Oh
the
boy.
terms presented wasn't that you get the prisoners if you win. It's just if you fight.
Just if you fight.
Oh, good point.
However, Wesley, as you see the sergeant come down, the sergeant looks at you, and he kind of veers over and he says,
Markham, what are you doing?
My sister and her kids are, they're part of the prisoners. I saw your dad. Your dad's there too. He's one of the prisoners."
And you just the face goes ashen. And
Mm-hmm.
so, are you going out to meet them?
They can't. I don't know. I don't know. And at this point, you hear the half dragon again say, "My name, since I have not given it at this moment, and I apologize for my rudeness, my name is Long Dead Rosa."
Long Dead Rosa?
Yes, that is
That's certainly
okay.
what
Long
that
Dead
sounds like.
Rosa. LANGDEDROSA. Long Dead
Wow.
Rosa.
Yep, it is Long Dead Rosa. Okay.
Maybe it's Dead Rosa or something.
Dead
Probably
Rosa.
I don't
Probably
know.
what.
Lang de Rosa.
Maybe this isn't his first time getting stabbed.
Or De Rosa.
Whatever.
Yeah.
My name is Long Dead Rosa. Long Dead Rosa Signwrath. And I challenge you, are there any takers? I will tell you that if anyone interferes during our fight, all of these hostages will die. The wyverns hiss in response, and like their tongues go right next to the kids' ears, and the kids kind of shrink, and you can hear crying. They're crying at this
Mhm.
moment. I do not stand for trickery, nor will I allow anyone in the band behind me to do so either. Who will stand up against me?
What do you stand for, and why are you bothering with this charade?
I stand for Tiamat. I am one of her champions, and I would like to fight someone tonight. I unfortunately missed the rest of this wonderful parade, and I would like to have some fun.
So you were late.
I am
Oh.
very late.
Don't push it. Don't push it.
The
don't
train
push it.
was real late getting me here, let me tell you, sir. However, would anyone else like to fight me?
Half dragons just want to have fun.
Oh gosh.
The train of wyverns took forever.
I
They
am
were all,
going
like,
to
together,
start.
Probably, yeah.
Corin, I am going to make my way over to Governor Nighthill and Celestine.
Okay.
Celestine is like this close to volunteering because kids are involved.
Right? Izzy too.
So
Rock, paper, scissors.
yes,
Where is
just to
Izzy
let
at
you
right
guys,
now?
So just to let you
Right
guys
next to
know.
me. We went up together.
Yeah, so you guys are all three of you are up there. Wesley is down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're all on the same side of the parapet. However, you do see that that as he's talking, there's bows raised, there's crossbows at these people in the gray cloaks, and so the kids are under the wyvern's feet, holding them down in place, and the other ones, the rest of the 25, are basically at arrow point.
Okay.
Real quick, because do I have a good look at all the prisoners down there?
You do. It's daylight. It's like
Do I see any of them that look like it could possibly be Jaden?
ooh.
Good catch. Probably not, but
Go ahead and make.
Ooh, I don't know. There's a roll involved.
Ooh, this is going to involve a roll. Go ahead and make a perception check.
While she's doing that, have I reached Nighthill and Company?
You have, yes.
I'm going to quietly ask Celestine and Isadora. It wouldn't be the first time that the cult has tricked us. Is this perhaps another trick, charade, illusion? Perhaps cultists disguised as prisoners?
The three of you are welcome to make an insight check
I mean,
on this half-dragon if
Okay.
you want.
And then Governor Nighthill can easily refute that and say, no, I recognize that person, that person, that person.
Well,
Governor Nighthill
he
will
might
also-
recognize them, but they might be taken from the faces of the dead or people they saw in passing.
So,
I mean, that's still... That doesn't change Celestine's answer. She has a 10 to insight.
okay. Izzy, what was your
My perception was 10.
your perception? Their hoods are pretty far over. However, you do see a couple that seem to have a similar hairstyle, but you're not entirely sure if this is Jaden or not. But none of the ones in the hoods. I'm talking about the ones in the hoods, not
Right.
the prisoners.
Okay.
What did you get on your?
I have a natural 20, which on
Okay,
insight would be 24.
Okay, so you know without a doubt, he's telling the truth. He's just looking for a fight. And he is dead serious as well that if somebody interferes with this fight between him and whoever his challenger is, all of them will die.
I'm going to quietly say to Governor Nighthill then, this man, I'm not entirely certain of the gender, so gender non-specific. I suppose this person is a slavering dog. He was promised carnage and he showed up late. He's spoiling for a fight. Strategically, the best thing to do would be to throw out somebody who is eager and excited to go and willing to throw their lives away in exchange for the others.
Celestine whispers
Can we
to...
cut to Wesley and
Oh.
Marketh?
Yeah, so we're gonna cut to Wesley because I have to really think about what Governor Nighthill's going to say on that one. So,
It was Marketh, right?
Marketh.
Marketh.
yeah, Marketh.
Marketh, I can't let you go out there. I think I know some people who might be able to help us. I don't know them really at all, but I think they can help us out.
Are you sure? They said if anybody interferes, they'll die.
Yes. But only if they interfere, not if they challenge.
Yeah. Yes,
I
that
didn't-
disembodied voice over there.
Yes, disembodied voice.
Passerby.
Or
Or, bystander.
Yes.
But they seem like good people. Maybe they will help us. Let me at least go talk to them before you go throw your life away.
And he's struggling. So you're gonna have to make a persuasion check to keep him from just completely bolting.
Well,
He
I'm
literally-
proficient in this.
Perfect.
Oh,
He
good.
literally just came by to tell you, "Hey, I just saw your dad out there," and then he was gonna book it. So
How about 18?
18. Okay. He says, "You're right. I can't. I'm no good to my sister and a kid's dead. Okay. Okay. I'll wait.
He does have a good point. If we choose somebody who is an old widower and not going to have any more children, that would be ideal.
Celestine leans over. Rock, paper, scissors, Izzy.
Yes.
Governor Nighthill, hold on just a
Best
second.
of
Governor
three- wait,
Nighthill,
best
because
of-
Usarker brought it back. Governor Nighthill looks at you and says, I have made a lot of mistakes tonight. We were not prepared, and that is my fault. However, I will never sacrifice anybody to be a scapegoat.
So
For
you will
this.
then go and walk out and face this person and certain doom yourself?
If I must.
I was like, hang on 1 second. I turned to Izzy. Okay, best of 3.
Yes.
Governor
Okay.
Nighthill is
Rock, paper-
very not pleased with you, Usarker.
Okay.
I'll
Okay,
have
one
you
for
know
me.
that this rock, paper, scissors is happening in real time.
It is.
I'm
Okay.
watching it.
Oh, they both did rock.
2, 3. Okay,
Oh,
So
one,
there's rock
one,
and a
one.
scissors.
Both paper.
Both.
2 for Celestine.
Yep.
One
No,
more.
that's it.
2. Okay,
2
2.
or 3.
Yeah, just
Celestine 1.
Celestine one. All right.
Okay, so
Wesley, we're back to you.
have turned away and am running towards Celestine and Izzy.
You see them playing boulder paper shears.
Yeah,
What are you
Boulder
doing?
parchment
I mean,
shears.
Boulder parchment shears. Sorry,
please,
boulder parchment
please,
shears.
I need your help. We, the people of Greenness, need your help.
Who are you?
I'm
Are you near us now?
Wesley.
Yeah, I-
yeah,
He's been here this whole time.
that's right.
I've been whispering quietly to Governor Nighthill,
and
trying
Governor
to
Nighthill
provide...
is looking
and-
extremely
and
annoyed.
I'm the reason Governor Nighthill looks so sour right now.
yes.
Lord Pride, this is our new friend Wesley. He saw
I'm
Kurt in a dream.
Well, that is an ill sign. Excellent. Good to meet you.
Okay.
But my father's down there. He's one of the prisoners. I mean, these are all people, and you are people who certainly can help us. I would like to try and persuade you to help.
Oh, no persuasion necessary.
Is there anyone who will challenge me for these prisoners?
Out comes the Warhammer, and Celestine says, I volunteer as tribute. I volunteer.
Ah. Come down, young lady.
Oh.
Be my champion.
How old does he look? Wait a second.
I mean, he's a half
Young
dragon,
lady.
so he could be like
It's been
I don't-
years
anything.
since-
Probably
he's
not
just trying to
my
he's
champion.
trying to
maybe
flatter
more
you.
of my foe, my challenger, my opponent.
Did I say champion? I
You
meant
did.
challenger.
Yeah.
My challenger. Come down, young lady. How old does he look? You don't.
step right up.
Do a nature
You in the
check.
fourth
I don't know.
row.
How do you determine age? Nature. We'll go with nature.
Yeah, we'll go with nature because I
As you're passing, I say, perhaps you
Oh,
could try
yes,
beating him
no.
in a ranged battle. His eyesight seems really poor.
Or maybe he does think you look young.
Yeah, 11.
Looks like a dragon.
Okay, cool. Can't tell with those guys.
I don't. Yeah,
Maybe he's
I don't think
being
Celestine has ever run
complimentary
into.
by saying you look younger than you are.
Mm-hmm.
He is honorable after all.
Sure. That's what
Okay,
we call this.
Doesn't have to mean you have to be flattery.
Do you
too.
have any words of wisdom for Celestine?
If you go there,
How long does your help action work?
it lasts for one turn. You won't have an opportunity to use it.
Does it count if you yell from the parapet?
That would be considered helping.
Or would
And
that
the
be
prisoners would
considered
probably-
But would
heckling?
he detect it's helping?
How would he determine that it was helping if I'm just heckling and providing insight?
Oh, well,
Maybe.
maybe he'll just
I mean-
do a roll and find out. Do you want to chance that?
That's a good point. Okay.
I hear the voice of metagame telling me that I'm not allowed to.
That's what I'm hearing too.
You're more than welcome to.
I
You will
hear
have
the
to
voice
start
of
busy.
sarcasm and metagame telling me I'm not allowed to.
Okay. Picking up 2 javelins.
So you're picking up 2 javelins?
Yup, and here we go.
All
Along
right.
with all my other.
Come
Stuff.
to me, my challenger, and we shall have a duel, shall we? So,
Yeah.
Governor Nighthill puts his hand on your
Oh.
shoulder and says,
Before, hang on. Izzy,
Yes.
journal. In my backpack. If I don't make it, take it to my family in Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
Now we go.
all right. Governor Nighthill puts a hand on your shoulder and says, you don't have to do this.
I have to. There are children involved. I can't let them die. Not
And
when
if
I could have
she
done
doesn't
something.
do it, I will.
Okay. we will have clerics on standby. I promise.
Okay. Good.
Do any of them know Ray's dead?
No.
If they can
I
get to
don't
me
know.
fast enough.
I don't
Maybe.
know, but we could certainly maybe
Or, sorry,
try
wait,
to find
what's
one.
the minute one? The Revivify?
Revivify.
Revivify, oh, yeah.
I don't
Not
think we
Ray's
know
dead,
anyone
otherwise
with
we're
Ray's
like, not that
dead.
one.
Get Kurt, please.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. I don't think any of them know, otherwise we would have resurrected everyone, and he points to the pile
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
of people.
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so do you head down?
Corin, as she is heading down, I am privately, and quietly turning to Governor Nighthill and saying, while she is making a noble sacrifice, perhaps your duty lies in preparing the rest of the people of the town for whether the cult then decides to sack the keep, and whether you intend to fight them off man to man or escape through your secret tunnel. That is perhaps what you ought to consider while she
So,
is
prepare.
doing this.
Backup plan.
Would you help Escobert do this? And Escobert goes, "What do you need, boss?" He's
I love
right
Escobert.
there.
I love
He's too
Escobert.
perky for this situation.
Escobert, come with me. We have a secret entrance to open up again.
Yes, sir.
And
so-
get the word moving quietly to get everybody ready to move if we need to.
All right. So you start doing that, Celestine.
Mm-hmm.
A few of the guards kind of look at you and salute you. A couple of them do look down at your shoulder again, and they kind of hesitate, but they continue their salute.
Okay.
And Governor Nighthill says, "Open the gate for her, please." And the gate opens up.
Here we go.
I sure hope this guy has a non-magical weapon.
Yes.
He's a champion.
oh crap.
So,
yes,
So,
you
really
think
quick-
the lightning-breathing, possibly even large-sized half-dragon may or may not have a magical weapon. I don't
Yes.
know if he'll need one.
Celestine,
Yep.
you walk onto the dirt pavement that's leading to the keep.
Mm-hmm.
The grass is slowly blowing. It's actually, despite all this terrible stuff that's happening, it's actually kind of a nice night. It's got a nice breeze, and it kind of reminds you of bygone days, except there is a half-dragon standing in front of you.
Yeah, I've come to think of it, I'm not sure she's ever... They aren't that common, are they?
They are not.
Yeah, she's never fought one. Yeah, this is unusual.
Ah, my challenger! Step forward, step forward. What is your name? Announce it to everyone so we may know who was brave enough to challenge me.
Celestine Peacechild,
Celestine Peacechild.
Cleric of Tempest.
Ah,
That's
Tempest.
That's the important part that she should be saying, is she's a Cleric of Tempest.
Ah, Tempest Warrior. I am intrigued. I have not fought a Tempest Warrior in some time. Are you
Okay.
ready?
I stretch out a couple of kinks because I did just wake up. So, yeah.
Yes,
I guess
we sent an
so.
old lady.
And he says, "Oh, I forgot. Before we begin," and he reaches into the pocket of his pants
Mm-hmm.
and he pulls out 2 tiny beads. Now, nobody else in the parapet can see these tiny beads, but he kind of holds these out and he says, "One for me and one for you.
What is it?
This is a small potion, very chunky, as potions often are. 1 potion, and this will give you all of your spell slots back and all of your health."
Okay then.
Celestine, don't eat candy from strangers.
I'm gonna die anyways.
It's poison.
One is red, one is blue. Which one do you take?
It's got a magical power that sucks you
shoot,
down
red
to
or
hell.
blue? Really? Red or blue?
No, I'm just kidding. They're both
Okay,
red.
I was like, really? We're gonna
Crap,
go
what was the
there.
Matrix answer?
I know. I was sitting here going, "Ha! Crap! What was the answer?"
They are
Okay.
not poisoned, I assure you. And you can do an insight check if you so desire.
Yes. 13.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Okay. She figures she might as well. He seems to be on the up. Like, he seems to be telling the truth. Are they actually different colors?
No, they're both
Okay.
red.
Okay, they both look the same. She'll wait for him to take it first, and then she'll take hers.
Mhm.
But she figures any help is better than nothing because she hasn't had a good rest yet. She's been up all night, no spell slots, and her channel divinity, her heavy armor mastery, that's fine, and war priest. Yeah. So, yes.
All right. So he takes it and hands you the other one.
Okay, I take it.
All right. So it's kind of a weird taste. It tastes like a kind of like a fake cherry flavor.
Oh.
But the
It tastes like NyQuil?
Cherry flavored.
Yes, it tastes like
cottage
NyQuil.
cheese.
Oh.
Cherry NyQuil.
Ooh,
yes.
okay. Well,
So-
okay, it's better than the green one. The green one.
Yeah, no, it's the cherry NyQuil,
Okay.
not the
okay.
green one.
Ooh.
So you take it at first, ugh, kind of a thing. But then you feel like your insides warm and you feel all of your spells coming back to you. You feel like you've had a long rest. It's like, does Celestine drink coffee in the morning? Or any sort of caffeinated beverage?
I don't. She prefers like hot chocolate in the morning, probably.
This would be the
Uh,
equivalent of like 1,000 hot chocolates,
Ooh, oh.
caffeine-wise.
Caffeine. Okay. Okay.
Afterwards, you're going to be a little jittery, but
Oh,
you feel
gosh.
he was telling the truth.
Well, I guess it's a good thing it's giving me a long rest because I'm not getting a long rest after this.
So, that being said, you get all of the spells back. You get your channel divinities. You get everything based off a long rest. However, you cannot change your spells.
Right.
So you have your previous
Whatever
spells.
it was. Okay.
Yes.
So, what have I got? I have to read. That one might be nice. Am I allowed to cast something beforehand or no? Before the fight?
Once the fight starts, you are welcome to. And he holds out a great sword and a spear, and he says, "To make this more interesting, you get to choose which weapon I fight with.
What was it? Sword or spear?
A great sword or a spear."
Which one's magic?
Just doing a quick long
Yeah,
look
just
over.
a quick glance. I don't know if I
No,
can tell.
There's
but-
no glowing auras on it.
Okay, crap. Spear will give him reach, right?
Reaches 5 feet on the spear.
Oh.
Is it just a spear?
It's just a spear.
It's not like, okay.
And the other one is a great sword.
Do spears have distance? Can you throw a spear?
You can.
You can throw a spear.
I think we're gonna go ahead and do sword.
Okay. He laughs. I approve of your choice. This shall be a great battle indeed.
Oh, good. Yay.
Also, to make this more fair, I will let you go first. Whatever you so desire, Cleric of Tempest. And at this point, he bows to you, steps back about 10 feet, so you guys are about 10 feet away.
Uh-huh.
And he says, "Begin." Now, so what's going to happen is that these two are going to have turns, and then I'm going to shift the camera to you guys up into the keep
With all the panic?
with all there, because people are watching. You are welcome to do something or just say, I'm watching. It's up to you guys. There will be no initiative for you three. Make sense? Cool.
Oh.
So, all right. So, Celestine, it's your turn. What do you do? He's standing 10 feet away from you with a greatsword in his hand, and he did throw the spear away. It's like, you'd have to go run to go get it.
Okay. So I've probably divested myself of a lot of my stuff, so I'm not overburdened. So just wearing the chainmail, or chainmail. I have got my warmaul. I'll put a shield over to the side in case I would need to pick it up, but it's not on. Well, shield on the back isn't gonna encumber me at all, right?
No.
Okay, so shield on the back, and a javelin poking out of the ground next to me. 2 javelin because I picked up 2.
Okay.
Okay, I am going to. He's 10 feet away from me. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith, which
Okay.
is a bonus action, and that one will give me a +2 bonus to AC for the duration, and it's concentration.
Okay. That's your
So
bonus action.
That is my bonus action, and we're gonna jump in. We're gonna attack him with the warmaul.
All right.
So I'm gonna move forward 5 feet and hit him with the warmaul.
Perfect. Go
You
for
can
it.
do it, Celestine.
Yep. Let's hope.
Fan club starts cheering. Gives
I know, right?
an advantage. I'm just kidding.
If you start cheering and it gives advantage,
Yay,
he kills everybody.
Celestine's back!
I was
Celestine's
joking.
back. What'd she get?
Nat 20.
Hey, that's a
Kayla
great
back.
way to start this
I know,
off.
Kayla's back. Okay.
Go, Kayla. Go, Kayla. Go.
I gotta get, hang on, I gotta get my D6s out.
See, this
Are you
is why we
nervous? Are
really
you
chose
nervous?
her as the
Yes,
champion.
very nervous. Oh, I'm
I
so
guess
nervous.
it's a good thing I purposely lost. Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. Yeah.
Our secret weapon. She rolls well.
Yes.
Yes. That's 15 damage.
All right. That is quite a hit, actually.
Actually,
he's
wait,
down.
hang on.
He's down.
Let me count.
Just kidding.
4,
He had 1 hit
10, 15, 19. I'm
Ah,
sorry,
one of those
19
minions
damage.
I've heard of.
Ooh.
Okay.
Whoa, Nelly.
19 points of damage. All right. What do you do to this
We're doing
guy?
a giant overhead overhead swing. I think there's I've got enough of a handle on, enough
Grip on the
length
handle?
on the handle that I can probably get him on the head, maybe.
All
Maybe?
right.
Possibly?
You're going to handle him?
No, I've got enough of a handle that I should be able to reach him
She does a reaching hit, a lunge almost with it.
and hit him on the
Yeah.
head.
Perfect.
Because he has no helmet.
It's true. He does not have a helmet. So you manage to hit him, and it comes down, and he actually kind of squeals in pain. He goes, ah!
Yes, okay.
And is there anything else you want to do?
No.
He was not expecting it. He is completely surprised by this.
Okay.
Good.
No, that is all I can do. I'm in his reach, so I don't want to back up. There's no point in me backing up, and I can't use War Priest until next turn because it's a bonus action. So I think that's it.
All right, cool. So he does the squeal of pain, and he goes, ah ha ha ha! Yes, this is what I craved. I am so glad that I get to fight somebody who follows Tempest. They are always worthy opponents. And he takes his great sword,
Here we go.
and he swings down at you.
Okay.
That is a 21.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. He brings it down, and he returns the slash for... Oh, that's good for you. 6 points of damage.
Okay, and it's not a magical weapon, right?
It is not a magical weapon, so
Okay,
you
so
do
I take-
reduce it.
I think it's 3 or 4.
So you do 3 points of
I forgot
damage.
that she can reduce
Yes,
damage.
3. Okay.
Uh-huh. Which is why I mentioned it earlier. I was like, he doesn't have
Okay.
he has non-magical weapons,
Got it.
right?
He looks at you and he says, "Ah, yes." And he kind of cracks his neck. He's like, "This is how we start." And then he attacks
Mhm.
again.
Oh,
Mhm.
attack.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, so
he's probably
this
fine.
may or
And a
may not
breath
hit. It's a 20.
Yes, it hits.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
My AC right now is 18.
He does 11 points of damage on that second attack.
Okay, so that is 8.
All right. We're going to go up into the keep. Are you guys doing anything? What's going on here?
I'm cheering for Celestine.
Celestine.
Sure.
Yes.
This is so. I am like gripping the parapet and like, this is really intense. It's stressful.
yes.
They're
it
trading
is.
blows. Is there nothing that we can do? I look to Usarker and like, can we do nothing?
Usarker von Pride isn't there. He's
Yeah, he's
already
helping
doing
leading
things.
everyone
Oh,
to the
that's
secret
right.
tunnel.
I look over to where he was and like,
You
Okay.
realize
still
he's
here.
gone. He's already busy.
yeah.
Hi, Wesley.
So, Usarker, what are you doing?
I have been hurrying about on my work. I see the young Sergeant Markarth as I go, and I say, looks
Markith.
like Markith. Sorry,
Mhm.
Markarth is from Skyrim, I believe. Markith. My apologies. Mr. Markith, it looks like you have missed your opportunity to die in glory. I suggest, therefore, that you take to the other route of making valuable this sacrifice. Whichever way this fight goes, we must hurry on. Organize the people. We do not know but that the cult will proceed to attack after the fight is over. We need to prepare everything so that the escape tunnel is ready. Go!
He kind of looks at you and he goes, "Yeah, you're right. Everyone follow me. Let's go. Now, however, most people don't know what the secret tunnel is. Are you showing them?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So he's starting to usher people towards the room where the secret tunnel is. All right.
Organize them in lines.
Yep. Celestine, it's your turn now. What do you do?
I forgot to make concentration rolls.
Oh, go ahead and do that.
What's the rule again?
For these, you're going to have to get above a 10.
What are you concentrating on?
She got hit twice.
Shield of Faith.
Oh.
Okay, so I have to roll above 10 both times?
It's either 10 or half the damage taken, whichever's higher.
Okay. So that means that eventually at some point someone's going to do so much damage that you just can't, there's no way you can keep a spell going.
Yep.
That is unfortunate.
Yep.
Okay.
Unless you roll a nat 20, I think.
Yeah, nat 20, you automatically keep it, I believe.
19 for the first one.
Whew, at least we could do it that way. That makes more
11
sense.
for the second one.
Oh, you made it.
Sorry, what was your first one?
19 and
Okay,
11.
19, 11. You just made it.
I
All right.
just made that one.
You
Okay.
You still have your armor.
Shield of Faith.
Okay, Shield of Faith.
Yeah, Shield of Faith as well.
Not that it's
You got
Your
eventually
armor
it will
buff.
work. It will work eventually. Okay.
Armor buff. That's what I meant to say. You
Make
have your
way
armor
for it.
buff.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
Yep. All right. What
Okay.
you doing?
Okay, shaking off the last blow. That one hurt quite a bit. We're going to use War Priest. So when you use the attack action, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack twice.
Sweet.
Okay. So unfortunately, no crits. But that is a 24 and an 18.
Both hit.
Okay.
It's the Kayla
Celestine.
effect.
Yeah.
Yes. The Kayla effect.
Oh, I need to get that. Actually, as a cleric, I don't think I can get improved crit, can I?
No, you would have
That's
to take
so
3 levels in
sad.
fighter to get it.
It's almost worth it. Okay,
Join the
so
fighters.
this is going to be... That's 17 plus 8. It's 25.
Ooh, boy. All right. You have done quite a bit of damage to this guy, and he's looking... He severely underestimated you.
We'll see if she
Celestine
can...
is doing it much better than.
I don't know if she's going to be able
Izzy
to
would
take
have
this
ever
next
done.
hit. I don't know if she can take these next 2 hits. We'll see.
Is there anything else Celestine wishes to do?
Nope.
So, Celestine, just for Corin's sake, what is your health point at?
I am currently at 8. My max HP is 19. And so
Okay.
she's trying to rile herself up, and so there's a couple of 4 tempests in there, but otherwise there's a lot of focused attacks on him and trying to figure out where the best place to hit him is and things like that.
Okay, cool. So, Longdedrosa says, Tempest is mighty with you. Unfortunately, I have to end this now, but you have done well. You definitely, even though it was short, satisfied my need for fight tonight.
Because he plans on bringing you down.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing her go. If he's gonna walk off, this is very.
So he
odd.
misses on his first attack.
Yeah.
How do you dodge? How does he miss?
I was gonna say something cute and like, oh, she dives out of the way, and then I looked down and saw her -2, so that didn't happen.
I like to think maybe, he thrusts at you with the spear, you take your hammer and go and break it in half.
yeah,
Now he has a
I don't
stick
think
to fight
breaking
you
in
with.
half's gonna work. I use the handle of the warhammer and kind of parry it away.
All right, you parry it away. He says, "Haha, definitely Tempest is with you."
Thank heavens. Thank Tempest.
All right, the curse of Corin is back. It's even lower. How do you do this one?
Yes! We're gonna hit it this time. It's not gonna break, obviously, because I'm assuming he has a quality sword. But it's gonna be like, he tries to thrust and she brings the hammer down on the sword and it hits the ground.
Sparks fly.
Yep.
All right, it hits the ground. Sparks fly. He's going to take an action surge, and he's going to hit you
Smart,
2 more
smart.
times. That's a natural 1 on the
Oh my gosh.
He misses all 4 attacks.
Oh my gosh.
So we have invoked
Oh.
the dice gods here, and
Yep.
Oh, yes. Okay.
All right,
man.
so he
I'm
keeps
sorry,
trying.
Corin, but thank you.
He keeps trying to hit you, but he just can't hit him, or he can't hit you.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Back in the keep, you see that Celestine might have an upper hand on this one.
Go, Celestine!
Sark, are you still helping people?
I am quite occupied, yes.
All right.
Do you even hear Izzy screaming? I'm like giving you the play-by-plays. She just dodged his swing, and she just dodged it again a third time. I'm like foaming at the mouth.
So Wesley edges away from it.
You're like,
Obviously
breathe.
insane.
You're
Izzy,
like,
blue
you
woman.
need to breathe. Breathe, honey, breathe.
And
She's a little tired.
That is true. You
I'm
haven't
gonna go
slept.
down back to the courtyard and like, okay, we might get through this, and I'm gonna try and get a couple people to get ready to go out there to go
Yep.
bring our people back
Okay.
if they honor this.
All right, cool. So you're rallying people. Osarker, you're shepherding people off. And Izzy, you're a sports commentator.
Do you remember the guy in Avatar: The Last Airbender when he
Yes,
meets the
the
Avatar
foaming.
and he's foaming at the mouth?
Yes, the
That's
foaming
like
guy.
who I am right now.
Oh, no.
Nice. All right, Celestine, it's your turn.
Okay, we're going to use War Priest one more time.
Okay.
So 2 attacks on him. Okay, so one of these is probably not going to hit, so I am going to use my Channel Divinity Guided Strike to add a +10 bonus to one of the rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is going to be a 12 and a 22.
So the 12 misses, but the 22 does hit.
Okay. So I only get 2 dice this time. 2d6. 8 damage.
Okay. Ooh, boy.
Smoked.
This is real close, guys.
Okay.
All right.
I assume at the very least he's bloodied.
He is very bloody.
Is he well bloodied, meaning 25%?
From your
Code
vantage
word.
point, you can't tell, but Celestine, he looks about 25%, maybe.
Okay.
Not to quantify this or anything.
He's looking really hurt, and he just kind of gives you a look, and he bows to you and says, "You have fought well."
Okay. I bow my head slightly, and because I'm waiting for an attack, and I'm like, okay, yes, great. You have fought well too. I'm sure
And
there's
Release
some.
the prisoners.
And he
Right.
steps back. Do you take an attack of opportunity? He does not look. He has lowered his weapon.
So she is a war cleric, and she believes that. So, I guess I'm trying to figure out what she would do, because she is a war cleric. War isn't honorable, but she also understand. I guess she would understand the situation she's in, and I think this is an area where she's probably grown over the years. Originally, as a young cleric, she would have been like all about war. We are finishing this. The point is to fight and kill, like just wipe out the area so we win and so there's peace. She understands in this case that if she gets the feeling that if she were to strike him as he turned back, that the prisoners would be attacked out of sheer retaliation. So she's going to let him go, but be very, very cautious, and is keeping up that shield of faith in case an arrow comes her way. She doesn't think that'll happen because he seems to be man of his word so far. But she'll let him go and ask him to release the prisoners and to leave the area.
All right. He says, "Release the adults. We will release the children once we are a safe distance away, and the wyverns will follow." And he just starts walking back.
How are they really? Oh, okay. So the wyverns are gonna sit there on the kids until they're far enough away, and then they're gonna take off.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna be sitting there until the wyverns take off because, in case the wyverns think to take a snack.
All right.
And I'll have my bow ready to go to shoot at the wyverns if they get a little
Hungry.
A little jumpy. The cultists in black pull up their weapons and start backing away and say, "You're free to go." And so the prisoners kind of stay there. They don't know what to do.
I'm like, get going.
And they all just start walking away, except for the wyverns. They are still there.
Yep. So telling the people to move towards the keep, and I'm watching the wyverns until they leave.
All right. Does anybody else do anything?
I'm gonna open probably I'm not the one opening the doors. But assuming that we do open the doors.
Oh yeah, the doors were cracked basically.
Oh, okay, yeah.
At this point. So they're currently opening to let the people in.
Yeah.
You see your father rushing in as much as he can. One of the other adults stumbles and he stops to pick him up and helps hurry them along into the keep. And after about 3 or 4 minutes, they all disappear, and the wyverns step back off of the children and take off.
Those
into
are
the
some
sky.
well-behaved wyverns.
That is, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they fed them before coming over.
That helps. That really
Yes,
does.
but the fact that they knew when to step off the children and leave?
That thinks there's telepathy with the half dragon.
Who knows?
Anyways,
So the
I mean,
children
not that Celestine knows anything about this.
So the children run to you, Celestine. They're like, thank you so much. And one is definitely the vampire kid who thought himself was a vampire.
Oh, yes.
And he's like, did the vampire make it?
Yes.
What?
I'm going to say, yes, he's inside helping everyone.
Oh, thank goodness. And he just runs
This
inside.
kid's going to have a very skewed sense of vampires. I'm very concerned if he ever meets one.
He has terrible survival instincts.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so the other thing too, you do notice that the tavern keeper was actually one of the prisoners, but his face was so bloodied you just couldn't tell. It looked like he had tried to fight back or something.
Okay.
This is the same tavern keeper that Kurt said, go hide in a basement
Yeah.
at the very, very beginning.
Oh, I wonder if they found the basement and there were 30 people down there?
There could have been.
I guess
Something like
that would be a big basement, I guess.
Well, they didn't
they
find-
probably raided a couple.
they didn't find everyone down there if they got Wesley's father. Because his father wasn't hiding in the tavern basement.
Right, that's true.
So they probably just got any stragglers they could find that were hiding in their houses or whatever.
That's true.
And not in the keep.
Yeah, so Governor Nighthill immediately comes down as best that he can. He's still hobbling.
I know. Oh,
And he says,
don't hobble
poor
down the stairs
man.
too fast.
yeah, so he turns to you and he says, you have done a great service for our town. How can we ever repay you?
Celestine's a little, like,
At this point, you see a couple guards kind of whispering and backing up, and they
Mhm.
look disapprovingly at this point.
Celestine, like, because she doesn't do this for payment from people, like, so she's not even sure, like, how to answer this. She's like, nothing. I couldn't watch the kids die or anyone else here. Not while I was standing here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you. This is not your town, but you have done a great service tonight. And at this moment, Usarker, you know that they're gone at this point. Are you
I've
still
been
shepherding?
listening. No.
Okay.
Once they are moved more out of sight, I call a halt to it.
Okay. So at this point, I assume you guys would have congregated and things like that. You, Wesley, you probably would have gone to your father.
Mm-hmm. Regrouped and tried to gather our family and find out where's mom, where's mother.
He says, I can't. Hold on, I have to talk to Governor Nighthill. Can you bring me to him? And your father, he doesn't look hurt, but he looks really, really sluggish. A few of the prisoners do look sluggish as
Maybe
well.
they were drugged to keep them under.
That's entirely possible. Yeah.
Please, son, where is he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. And turn around and look and like, there.
Take me to him, please.
Yeah. And kind of dash off, and of course, or probably not, but like helping my father get there.
Yeah. So, like I said, he doesn't look damaged. He just looks really sluggish. He kind of stumbles a little bit.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
there's something definitely wrong with him, but it doesn't seem very apparent what it is at the moment.
He got attacked by a bracelet too.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Those darn bracelets.
Yeah.
And the necklace.
Those darn rings off that tooth.
Oh.
You mean that thing?
Oh.
That thing. The thing of
Yes.
Agmar Cree. That darn thing of Agmar Cree. So you help
Something
him.
weighing heavily on Wesley's mind is the fact that he lost the fang
Oh,
of Agmar
yeah.
Cree.
Mhm.
Hasn't told his dad yet.
Ooh.
Oh.
I don't think your dad's gonna be that broken up about it.
Depends on
the
the dad.
The entire town burned
It
down.
depends on the artifact.
It's
So
true. It really
you help him over, and he says, "Governor, I have. They gave me a message."
Oh, maybe he already knows.
Oh.
And Governor Nighthill says, "What is it?" And your father says, "I was given a message that our town is no longer on their radar, and they will leave us alone. However, I did hear that purple woman, the Mothman."
Oh, you mean
Woman.
Madam Mudface?
Sure, that one. She did have mud on her face, so that makes sense.
Oh, that makes
Um,
me feel better.
Oh.
Someone is running.
She did slip, and
Yes.
in front of all of her people, and
As
they
she
did laugh,
deserved.
and
No
they
one's
did
immune to the
laugh
mud flip.
lots. And then some of us were punched because of it, so it wasn't that great. But, I did hear that we are not the only town who was attacked tonight. Also, that she is taking orders from somebody else.
You mean
And-
like Tiamat?
And the Governor Nighthill,
Probably a little closer to home.
Oh, okay.
and Governor Nighthill says, "Oh, that's not great." And Governor Nighthill, this whole time, you guys notice that he has been very nervous the whole night, as you guys know. Like, he's having trouble forming sentences and stuff. But, Wesley, you do know that Governor Nighthill was recently elected?
Mhm.
Oh, the poor
Like
guy.
a month ago? And so this is not what he signed up for. And you think that the reason why some of this just hasn't happened is literally because the shift of power did not translate very well, because it's only been a month.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically been doing the best that he can.
He may need to rethink his life choices after this.
He will not apply for re-election.
You never know. And your father says that's all I heard, Governor. But I hope that our town is safe. And he kind of looks at you, Wesley, and he says, "I know our town is safe."
You're like, about that.
So, Dad, there's something that I need to say.
Not now, son.
I
We-
mean,
it just-
I think now I really don't want to, but so I was closing up the shop just as you had said, and I was closing things up, and I mean the whole town got attacked. We weren't the only ones, but we got attacked, and just kind of breaks his stop and lost it, Dad. They took the fang.
They did what? You did... What?
They knocked me out. I couldn't do anything. I tried. There was this drake, and I fought it back, but
The poor
they were
kobolds
just
came in
too
the door.
much.
He looks at the
Sorry.
governor. He looks at the governor, and he looks at you, and he looks at the governor, and he says, "So scratch that. Green Nest is in a lot more trouble than I originally thought. We may need to talk." And so at this point, Governor Nighthill's like, we're going to have to talk later. Because, again, they're trying to secure the town. There are a few cultists still in the town, but not many. They're all trying to make their way back.
But there's hope though. There's hope. Because when I was knocked out, I received a vision and guidance. And I know that I will be able to get the fang back because these people who have so handily saved our town, nearly single-handedly it seems, are going to help me do it. I haven't told them yet, but they're going to help me do it.
And at that, we're going to skip forward just a little bit. There are no more attacks that night. It's at this point, now that everything's calmed down, we're about 6 a.m. and all of you see the sun starting to rise.
Oh, yeah.
And as the sun starts to rise, you see that the damage to the town was worse than you thought.
Night hides a lot.
Night hides a lot. There are buildings that are partially destroyed. There are buildings that have scorch marks. There are some, unfortunately, people dead in the streets. And some of them cultists, some of them townspeople. As you guys watch the sunrise, you realize that your lives are forever changed. And that's where we're going to end this arc.
Oh my goodness, we're there.
Oh
We're
my
at the
gosh.
end.
I did not think I was going to survive that fight
I
with
know.
the champion.
You were not supposed to.
Hey everyone, this is Ander. Thank you all for listening to this episode of Power Word Crit. Stay tuned for more adventure on powerwordcrit.com or your favorite podcast streaming site. As we end this episode, please enjoy this PS.
I know what I would do. Holds out a great sword and a spear. You get to choose which weapon I fight. He didn't say which of these two. I would at this point
Here's the dagger.
say
Here's a rock.
birthday suits and start stripping.
Oh gosh, that's terrifying.
You're not gonna win anyways, but at least it'll be a good show.
You know, he would do it.
Oh my, I don't know. Whew.
Actually, depending on who came out, I had different things of what he was going to do. Yours was you get to choose the weapon. If it was you, he would have said, choose any weapon that you so desire. You are a spellcaster. You tell me what you want me to fight with, kind of a thing.
Then I would have said, here's a rock.
You've been
How
like,
many hit points
okay.
do you have?
Not much.
He could probably do it.
1 plus strength, he would kill you.